Hey, this is Mariela from the Functional Company. All right, so today I want to share with you a really interesting story. It has to do with food and something that goes completely unseen to the eye, okay? So I have a friend who's from Italy, and she's been in the United States now probably 10 years or so, maybe a little longer. And I asked her, hey, what's it like? I think she's basically, right now, she's probably around 48 years old, something like that. And so I said, how was it for you? The transition is in particular regarding food. And she was just like, oh my goodness. In Italy, things are just so fresh. You can find good food anywhere you go. It's not like a special thing that you find good food in a very unique restaurant. It's just everywhere. But one of the things that happened was, she said, I came to the United States, and even if I ate less, I would gain weight. And no matter what I ate, I would gain weight. And at food, it doesn't even taste like the full richness of food the way you normally have natural food. You eat a tomato and you're just like, what is this? It doesn't have the flavor of the tomato. And she said, one of my friends who had come to the United States, he had gained many pounds. I don't remember if it was like 20 pounds or more. And she said, my friend went back to Italy for a few weeks. And then he came back. I saw him and I said, what diet are you on? What did you do when you were over there? Did you do a specific diet? And my friend said that her friend said, I ate like a pig. I ate a lot and I didn't care, and I still lost weight. I lost, 20 pounds, or I don't know how much weight, but it was a significant amount where she was like, wow, what did you do to your diet, And it was very interesting to see that the quality of food, not just counting carbohydrates or making sure that you're not eating sugar, but the actual quality of the food does a lot for the body. Because if you're eating food that comes from well-treated soil, then your body's going to be more nourished. If your body and your cells are more nourished, they can do their proper function. And if they can do that, you're going to feel more satisfied throughout the day with more energy. Your metabolism is going to have what it needs, and your hormones are going to be working well. But if you're consuming food that is not only depleted of nutrients because the soil is depleted, but it's also toxic because of all of the chemicals that we're putting into our food supply, not only additives and colors and preservatives, but the chemical sprays that we're putting into the soil, and then you're consuming this apple and you think you're being healthy, but it's not even organic. You're consuming chemicals on a daily basis. Those things are hormone disruptors. Those things over the course of years are going to create metabolism problems, hormone problems. They're going to create such a disruption for the entire body that you're just like, why am I gaining weight? I can eat a little bit of pasta in Europe, but I eat a little bit of pasta here and I'm bloated, I'm tired, and I'm gaining weight. What is going on? Right? Or you're being healthy with salads here, but you're not losing weight as efficiently as if you would anywhere else. Well, the salads have to be organic. They have to come from well-treated soil that is not sprayed consistently with chemicals. And that's just something that is unseen to the eye that's causing so many problems for so many people. And something I'm going to continue to repeat because it's one of those simplicities that when you add this into your entire viewpoint of health is going to make a huge difference. As much as possible, we want to eat non-toxic foods that have not been sprayed with herbicides, pesticides, preservatives, etc. And you're going to find that not only from organic foods, but from farmers markets, from people who, farmers who in your area who are actually treating the soil correctly. And so you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck because you eat one radish and it's going to be the equivalent of eating 10 radishes from the conventional store. Because of the nutrients, right? Plus the lack of those toxic chemicals. So that combination is going to be much more bang for your buck. So it seems a little bit more expensive. You're just like, ouch, this is much more expensive when I go to the farmer's market. But in reality, you're trying to save a buck on the front end by getting a cheap thing, but you have to realize it's going into your body and your body has to use it, right? And if you're trying to cut corners or save money on the front end, your body's actually going to be disrupted or have problems on the long run, and then you're going to end up having to buy more supplements and go to the doctor and get all of these additional things to solve the symptoms when you could actually put in that money on the front end in the quality of food that you're consuming, and that's going to deliver you a much more well-functioning body on the long run, right? So I like to consume things that are much higher quality. I don't mind spending a little bit more money because I know I'm going to save myself a lot more in the long run in terms of medical expenses, energy supply that I need throughout the day, etc. So yeah, this is just a viewpoint I want to share with you because I find it to be very, very important, very interesting, and I want to share that particular story, which is really quite amazing. That it's not just counting carbs and being on keto or these things, which it does definitely help, but it's so interesting. If you just eat whole food that's clean and full of nutrients without these chemicals, it makes a huge difference for the body. And that's something that all of us can start to implement without feeling like we're deprived of having to eat certain foods. Start there by eating the least toxic foods that are organic from well-treated soil, and your body will thank you for it. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this information, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Functional Co., and share this information with anybody else that you think could benefit. All right, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the flip side.